Welcome to Diesel Engine Rebuilders. I want to talk about Cummins cylinder heads. I've got an 871 twin cam cylinder head sitting here. It's already been prepped, so painted, and it's already got brand new cam bearings and stuff into it already. But this is one of the things I kind of want to talk about, was the way some of the repair shops and the way that some of the machine shops actually install cam bearings. It's not that it's wrong, it's just not correct. So with that being said, what they'll do is they'll use like a tool like this, and they'll put this in here, and then they'll actually knock it in with a hammer. So a lot of times when this little bearing's going back and forth, or their tool's going back and forth, it's scratching up your cam bearings. And the last thing you want to do is scratch up your cam bearings, because mostly a lot of the repairs or a lot of the problems with the Cummins engine is cam bearings and cam bearings seizing to the cam itself. And it's from scratches, metal going through it, different things like that. We kind of do a little different process here. We actually bought the correct tools for doing the job correctly. And basically you take this cam bearing, and then it has a metal piece that actually slides right onto the cam bearing. This shaft actually slides all the way through, and then there's a hydraulic press right here that actually pulls that cam bearing right into place, and there's no way to actually get it sideways or anything else. The cam bearing actually goes in correctly. Not only that, it's a little easier on the engine builders because they're not sitting there banging away with a hammer trying to get the cam bearings in and out like I've seen at some machine shops. So this way, you put the tool on correctly, you drop it into place, and it just pulls the bearing right into place, and it does a fantastic job. The other thing that I want to talk about is some of the intake valves. Usually when you get these intake valves out and stuff, and even the exhaust valves, guys will take this and they will grind these valves down, make them flat again, and then same with the intake valves. The problem with the intake valve is you really can't do that. I've seen maybe half of the valves come in, and we've saved some of them, and we will save some of the valves on the intake side, but usually they wear out so bad that that they're unsavable. And a lot of places, what they'll do is put them in, and when they put them in, they don't lap them, they just put them in, and then you have that whooshing sound that you'll hear when you first start up the truck, until this valve actually sits on the seat, and then that whooshing sound goes away. We don't do that. We don't want anybody to do that. What we want you guys to do is, if you're going to reuse a valve, we want you to make sure that your recession is correct, and we want you to make sure that your top of your valve stem is correct, so those guys don't have adjustment problems later when they're trying to put that engine together. So with us, we always lap our valves in, brand new valves or not. Exhaust valves, we can actually reuse them. A lot of times the exhaust valve is still in really good shape. We will actually grind the valve, and as long as recession comes back, and as long as we got valve stem height that's correct and springs are good, we can reuse them. But 90% of the time we don't like to do that. We want to actually replace every one of them. But the guy that might be looking to save a little bit of money, we can do those things and save them a little money by reusing the valves, or reusing the valves that are reusable. So, but again, we always put brand new cam bearings into them, and brand new valves, guide seats, and seals, unless requested otherwise. We build all of our own heads. We'll put all brand new injector cups into them, and we'll mill them. And so also with that, we are a full operating machine shop, and if you have your cylinder heads that need to be done, we can do that for you here, right down to milling them, putting the injector cups in, and doing the valve job correctly.